Welcome to our series, Your Mind on College, with your host, Isabel Guara. Today we're coming at you with Episode 1, Choosing College Courses. And we're going to start off with some steps you can take before you even start browsing through that course catalog. The number one step that you should take is to talk with your advisor. The process of choosing courses can feel extremely overwhelming, which is absolutely normal, but you don't have to do it alone. So I highly recommend talking with your advisor about your goals, your 4-year plan, and any questions you might have. The next step you should take is to familiarize yourself with the various requirements at your school. Core requirements refers to courses everybody has to take, regardless of the major they choose. These vary incredibly widely by school, with some schools having no core requirements and some schools having very strict core requirements. Major requirements refer to your chosen focus at school, and keep in mind that these are typically about half of all the courses you're going to take in college. Finally, a credit limit is the maximum number of courses you can take in a semester. Typically, for your first semester, that's 4 or 5 courses. Now, once you're familiar with all 3 of these, you're ready to organize your classes. The first step is to start with 1 or 2 major requirements. If you're not sure what major you're going to go for, go ahead and choose classes that spark interest for you or spark passion for you. Next, consider completing a core requirement. You have a lot of time, 8 semesters, to get these core requirements done, but the sooner you start working through some of them, the better you're going to feel. As well, I highly recommend you check out some legitimate faculty evaluations. Don't use ratemyprofessors.com because it's very unreliable, but your college or university will likely have a source of these faculty evaluations, and you can see what real students think about the professor. Another tip is to try and spread courses out throughout the week or the day. Powering through a bunch of classes in one day can be very, very taxing and exhausting, and the more you can spread them out, the easier your first semester is going to feel for you. And finally, I recommend balancing the difficulty of classes. You don't want to load up on a bunch of labs and science courses right in your first semester, because that will just increase your workload exponentially as you take the time to adjust to a new school, maybe a new place of living, and having to schedule your own time, which is very, very difficult. Now, finally, we're going to talk about some steps to take your courses to the next level. What if you want to do a little bit more? Firstly, take a writing intensive course early on. Now, depending on your school, this may actually be a core requirement. However, even if it's not a core requirement, you're going to be doing a lot of writing, a lot of research in your college career. And the earlier on that you can take this course, the better off and the better prepared you're going to be for those future writing assignments. And our last tip is to take courses that challenge your beliefs or your skill set. Take an art course if you've wanted to take an art course, or take a course about Middle Eastern religion. It's very, very fulfilling to study those new topics, and you're really going to get the most out of college if you really try and push yourself. Thanks for joining us for this episode of Your Mind on College, and we'll see you next time.